It took less than 15 minutes for the Supreme Court of Appeal to reject the president's latest attempt to avoid corruption charges.
The appeals are dismissed with costs.
The charges relate to allegations during a multi-million-dollar arms deal from the 1990s. They were controversially dropped in 2009, clearing the way for Jacob Zuma to become president. The reason given by the prosecutor at the time was that secretly recorded phone conversations showed political interference. Last year, the High Court ruled the decision to drop the charges was irrational and they should be reinstated. Some legal experts say with the Supreme Court now dismissing his latest appeal, the ruling must be enforced.
His action over the last decade smack of a desperate attempt to avoid this eventuality. These are actions of a man who knows he has a lot to answer for. So in this light, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be writing to the National Prosecuting Authority, the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Sean Abrams, insisting that, in fact, Jacob Zuma be served with an indictment and appears in court at the soonest available date.
But the NPA, the National Prosecuting Authority, sees it differently. It says that because the Supreme Court didn't explicitly say the charges are reinstated, that means it's able to reconsider the investigation.
The Judge Leach did not instruct the NPA. It is one of the grounds that we alluded to when we took the matter on appeal, that the court cannot instruct the NPA to reinstate the charges. It must just refer the matter back to the NPA for reconsideration.
This is an important decision, but because it's being interpreted differently by the Opposition Democratic Alliance, which has doggedly pursued the president, and the NPA, it's not as decisive as it might seem. Ultimately, there are still several options available to President Zuma, who has always strongly denied the allegations. The National Prosecuting Authority says it will do the right thing and follow the law. But some opposition parties say its current head is an ally of President Jacob Zuma, making the prosecution of a president who is facing mounting opposition seem unlikely. Tania, Al Jazeera, Bloemfontein, South Africa.